Okay, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. Today's date is May the 13th, um, 2021, and I hope you're doing okay. And I just come on here. This is going to be not a long video. It's just going to be talking about the Astrazeneca vaccine that I got 3 weeks ago today on April the 22nd. And I just want people to know that I have no issues with it. The only thing I did have is the cold chills, because I had it at on April 22nd about 1:10, 1:15 when I actually was given the actual injection. And by about midnight, I was having some cold chills, and so I wrapped up, and then I was kind of shivering, but that was one of the things to be expected. Then the next morning, about 5 or 6, it was kind of a fever for a little bit, but that didn't last long. And I was a little drained the morning, like not really bad, but just rested a bit because I was awake a lot of the night. But anyway, it was no worse for wear. And by, of course, the afternoon I was normal again. And so all was good. And I'm due for the second shot. Right now is tentatively scheduled as of the 12th of August, approximately, but they said that could change depending on availability of supplies. This past week here in Canada, well, here in Ontario specifically, the government paused the first dose of the Astrazeneca vaccine because of citing blood clot concerns. And there were 12 cases in Canada. So, and the odds were initially thought to be 1 in 100,000, but then they changed it to 1 in 60,000, which is still relatively low in comparison. However, obviously on the side of caution, they're taking precautions. And I think the province of Nova Scotia also, I heard earlier this morning, putting a pause. Now I don't know what's going to happen with second doses, but hopefully they can get this resolved. And I think there was also a discussion about possibly mixing vaccines as well. And so Health Canada was to approve that, so it depends. I could be getting a second dose. But yes, it's been 3 weeks today since I had my first AstraZeneca dose, and I'm fine. I don't seem to have any blood clotting issues, and I feel just fine. I know they said it can be about a month from what they were saying, but everything's good with me. And so the point being of this is, do not worry about, like, you get the vaccine, as I'm sure that here the message gets out, this from an actual recipient, as you're sure all of us. And a lot of people have gotten the vaccine, which is good, and we're helping to bring the numbers down for COVID. There's still a good ways to go, but I think if we all do our part, we can bring the numbers down faster. And I know there'll be some hesitancy, but I think you got to think about the odds, what's more, to get COVID down. And if we do our part, as well as wear masks and follow health protocols and stuff, as frustrating as it is, if we do this, then we can rein in the COVID deal and get back to normal by possibly late summer, early fall. And for those of you in the US watching, because you're well on the way. But here in Canada, it's probably be by the fall before things start to get back to normal. And I think it's going to be gradual. And so there you have it, folks. So, it's okay to get the vaccine. Complications are very minimal. So you should be okay. Well, I shouldn't say, because everybody could be different, but I don't think the risk is very high, in my opinion. So anyway, it's all up to you. So there you have it, just my feedback, and letting you know that despite concerns about AstraZeneca, I am just fine.